Lesson 6.5, Properties of Logarithms. Our essential question, how do you use properties of logs to evaluate, expand, and condense? We have three properties of logarithms to review. We have the product property, where if you have two products, you can separate them by adding the logs with the same basis. The quotient property, where if you have two items being divided, you can separate the logs with subtraction, having same basis. If you have a power to a power, so the power property, the same base, the exponent comes out front and becomes a multiplied number. So let's go ahead and use these three properties to solve our problems. We're going to do the first four problems together. So I see that I have a natural log. So looking at my natural log, I see I have two things being divided. So this means I'm going to use the quotient property. So I have the natural log of the numerator minus the natural log of the denominator. Well, now I see I have two things being multiplied. This means I'm going to end up using the product property. The product property separates these two and puts them into adding. So I have the natural log of 5 plus the natural log of x to the 7th. Don't forget, this whole problem is still minusing the natural log of y. Well, I see I have power to a power. So this is the power property. So I'm going to rewrite this as the power property. And what that means is that the exponent comes down and comes multiplied in the front. So we already had the natural log of 5 plus this 7 is going to come down in the front and be 7 times the natural log of x. And this is already minus the natural log of y. So we are done expanding. The first thing I saw is that I had division, then I had multiplication, and then I had power to a power. This is my final answer, and I am done. Let's go ahead and look at the next. I have log base 6 of 3x to the 4th. The first thing I see is that I have two things being multiplied. This is the product property. The product property is the logs of the same base being added together. So we're going to rewrite it as log of the same base of the two multiplied products being added. Well, now I see power to a power. This is the power property, which means this 4 is going to come and sit right out front instead. So I have log base 6 of 3 added to 4 times the log of base 6 of x. I have nothing else happening, no other multiplying, dividing, or power to a power. So this is my final answer, and I am fully expanded. Let's go ahead and look at this one. I see two things being divided, so I'm going to use the quotient property. The quotient property says that you're going to take the natural log of the numerator, and you're going to subtract the natural log of the denominator. Well, now I need to expand this one because I see that it's two parts being multiplied together. So that's the product property. So this is already the natural log of 5. This is going to be separated. This whole thing is separated. So I need to remember that this whole thing was the natural log of 12 plus the natural log of x. This entire item is this guy. Needs to be put into parentheses because this last one got expanded. I see no other adding or subtracting. Only thing I want to do now is I want to distribute this minus to everybody in here. So I have the natural log of 5 minus the natural log of 12 minus the natural log of x. This is my final answer, and I am fully expanded. Last problem. Log base 8 of 3x. 3x is being multiplied. So I'm going to expand it so they both have the same log base 8, but the logs are being added together instead. Is there anything else to expand? There is no multiplying. I see no power to a power, and I see no dividing. So I am fully expanded, and this is my final answer. There are 4 problems left on the page. Please do these 4 problems for independent practice.